If you've ever struggled with feeling overwhelmed, found it hard to bounce back from setbacks, or simply wanted to develop more inner peace and resilience, then you're in the right place. By the end of this video, you'll learn how to take on life's challenges with unshakable calm, turn setbacks into stepping stones, and find more purpose in your daily routine, all inspired by the timeless principles of Stoicism. We live in a world full of endless distractions and stress, making it easy to feel like life is spinning out of control. From social media to work demands, we're constantly battling to find a sense of peace. That's why today we're diving deep into this ancient philosophy that has the power to transform everyday life, even in 2024. So if you want to know how these Stoic principles can help you live a more fulfilled, peaceful, and empowered life, stick around. Welcome to the Quote Exchange. Let's dive in. 1. Embrace what you can control. Let's start with one of Stoicism's most powerful teachings, focusing on what you can control. It's so easy to get caught up in life's uncertainties. Work stress, financial worries, and family conflicts can make it seem like we're constantly battling against forces outside of our control. But one of the core principles of Stoicism is to let go of what we can't change and instead place our energy and attention on what we can change. Epictetus reminds us that it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Imagine the power in understanding that external events, like a bad day at work or an argument with a friend, only have the power you give them. The events themselves are neutral. It's our judgment of them that stirs the emotional storm. If you stop and think about your day-to-day frustrations, you'll realize that many of them come from trying to control the uncontrollable. Traffic, other people's opinions, or even the weather. But how much lighter would life feel if you could just let those things go? So how do you put this principle into action? A practical way is to make a habit of asking yourself, is this within my control? If it is, take action. If it isn't, practice letting it go. The next time you find yourself in a frustrating situation, like running late or dealing with a last-minute work change, pause. Take a breath and decide how you want to respond. By doing so, you'll find you have more emotional energy and peace of mind to focus on what truly matters. And here's something powerful. The more you focus on what you can control, the more you'll develop a stronger sense of agency over your life. You'll start to realize that you have the power to navigate your world more calmly and effectively, which will build your confidence and resilience in facing any challenge that comes your way. 2. See obstacles as opportunities. Now, let's talk about how you view challenges. The Stoic mindset teaches that obstacles are not setbacks, they're opportunities for growth. Just as Seneca once said, difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body. Imagine this. Every time you face a difficulty, a career disappointment, relationship issue, or personal failure, it's not just a hurdle, it's a chance to build strength and develop character. When you encounter a roadblock, your instinct might be to ask, why is this happening to me? But what if you shifted that mindset to ask, what can this teach me? How can this make me stronger? By doing so, you can turn every challenge into a lesson. Let's say you've been working hard for a promotion and someone else gets it. Initially, it feels like a punch to the gut. But what if, instead of seeing it as a failure, you see it as feedback? Maybe it's an opportunity to develop new skills, work on your personal brand, or reflect on whether you're even on the right career path. This mindset isn't just wishful thinking, it's a practical way to deal with life's uncertainties. Think of the story of Thomas Edison. When his lab burned down in a fire, taking years of work with it, he didn't despair. Instead, he famously said, "Thank goodness all our mistakes were burned up. Now we can start fresh again." That's the Stoic approach, embracing every obstacle as an opportunity for a new beginning, a chance to grow stronger. 3. Live in the present moment. One of the most liberating principles of Stoicism is learning to live in the present moment. We often find ourselves dwelling on the past, mistakes we wish we could undo, conversations we wish had gone differently, or we stress about the future, fearing what might or might not happen. But Marcus Aurelius offers a simple yet profound truth. Do not dwell on the past. Do not dream of the future. Concentrate the mind on the present moment. Living in the present doesn't mean ignoring your past experiences or neglecting to plan for the future. It means letting go of what you can't change and focusing on what you can do now. Stoics believe that the present moment is the only thing we truly have control over, and when we focus on being fully engaged in it, life becomes richer and more meaningful. So how do you start living more in the moment? One way is through mindfulness, a practice that simply means bringing your full attention to whatever you're doing right now. When you're eating, really taste your food. When you're walking, feel the ground beneath your feet. When you're listening to someone, truly hear them without planning your next response. Practicing this presence not only helps reduce anxiety and overthinking, but it also helps you find joy in the small, seemingly mundane moments that make up your day. Seneca offered this wisdom. True happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future. The next time you find yourself lost in worry about what's to come or replaying the past, gently bring your focus back to the present. Ground yourself in what's happening now and you'll start to see the beauty and possibilities that the moment holds. 4. Develop emotional resilience. Emotions, they can be our greatest strength or our biggest challenge. Stoicism teaches that we are not slaves to our emotions. Instead, we can learn to navigate them in a way that supports our growth and well-being. Just as Marcus Aurelius said, if you are pained by external things, it is not they that disturb you, but your own judgment of them. This quote speaks to a powerful Stoic principle. While you can't control how you feel, you can control how you respond to those feelings. Developing emotional resilience means allowing yourself to feel without letting those emotions dictate your actions. You'll still feel anger, sadness, or disappointment. That's part of being human, but you don't have to be consumed by those feelings. A great way to practice this is by building emotional awareness. When you're feeling overwhelmed, try taking a step back and observing your emotions as if you were watching them from the outside. Ask yourself, what am I feeling right now? What is this emotion trying to tell me? This practice doesn't mean suppressing your emotions. It means recognizing them without letting them control you. It gives you the space to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. For example, if you're feeling angry after a heated discussion, rather than lashing out, pause. Take a few deep breaths, observe the anger, and choose a response that aligns with your values. Over time, you'll find that this kind of emotional resilience empowers you to face life's ups and downs with grace and calm. It's not about not feeling, it's about feeling deeply and responding wisely. 5. Practice amor fati. Love your fate. One of the most powerful and transformative teachings in Stoicism is the concept of amor fati, or love of fate. This doesn't just mean accepting what happens, it means embracing it fully, finding joy and meaning in whatever life throws your way. Nietzsche described this principle beautifully, not merely to bear what is necessary, but to love it. Loving your fate is about recognizing that every moment, every experience, good or bad, is a thread in the tapestry of your life. It's the idea that even the things that seem to go wrong are an integral part of your journey. Think about a time when you faced a major setback, a failed business venture, a painful breakup, or a health scare. At that moment, it might have felt like the end of the world. But looking back, you might see how that setback led to growth, new opportunities, or even a more fulfilling path. By practicing amor fati, you're training yourself to see every experience as valuable. It doesn't mean ignoring pain or pretending everything is perfect. It means finding the lesson and the beauty in the imperfect. For instance, if you're facing a difficult challenge at work or in your personal life, instead of resisting it, ask yourself, how can this make me better? What opportunity does this present? Amor fati encourages you to fall in love with your journey, all of it. By doing so, you not only develop a greater sense of peace and acceptance, but also open yourself up to finding meaning and joy in the most unexpected places. 6. Cultivate gratitude in all things. Gratitude is more than just a feel-good emotion. It's a powerful mindset shift that can transform how you see the world. The Stoics believed that cultivating gratitude was a cornerstone of a happy and content life. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "When you arise in the morning, think of what a precious privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love." How often do you stop to appreciate the things you already have? In a world that's constantly pushing us to want more, it's easy to overlook the blessings right in front of us. The supportive friend, the warm bed, the opportunity to learn and grow each day. Practicing gratitude means taking time to acknowledge and appreciate all the good in your life, big and small. One practical way to cultivate gratitude is to start a daily gratitude journal. Each morning or evening, write down 3 things you're thankful for. They don't have to be monumental. It could be as simple as a good cup of coffee, a sunny day, or a moment of laughter with a loved one. This practice rewires your brain to focus on the positive and helps build a mindset of abundance. Gratitude also means finding value in your challenges. When life throws you a curveball, ask, what can I be grateful for in this situation? Maybe it's a lesson learned, a new perspective gained, or the resilience you're building as you overcome it. By viewing every experience as a gift, you'll start to see life through a lens of appreciation and joy. 7. Practice self-discipline and consistency. Self-discipline is a muscle, and just like any muscle, the more you use it, the stronger it becomes. Stoicism places a high value on self-discipline, not in a restrictive way, but as a tool for living a life aligned with your values. Epictetus said, "No great thing is created suddenly." That means success, personal growth, and fulfillment all come from consistent effort and small daily actions that align with your long-term goals. Think about an area in your life where you'd like to see improvement. Maybe it's your health, your career, or your personal development. Focus on small, manageable steps that you can take consistently, instead of overwhelming yourself with big changes. For example, if you want to improve your health, start by committing to a 10-minute walk each day or drinking more water. If you want to develop a new skill, dedicate 15 minutes a day to practicing it. Over time, these small actions will build into significant progress. Self-discipline isn't about depriving yourself, it's about making choices that support your highest good. It's saying no to distractions, temptations, and habits that hold you back, so you can say yes to the things that move you closer to your goals. Remember, it's not about being perfect, it's about making progress, one small step at a time. The more you practice self-discipline, the more control you'll have over your life, and the more you'll grow into the person you want to be. 8. Find peace in emotional detachment. Emotional detachment is often misunderstood as being cold or indifferent, but in the Stoic sense, it means having the clarity to separate yourself from external outcomes. Life is full of things we can't control: rejection, loss, criticism. Epictetus reminds us, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Emotional detachment allows you to keep your peace, regardless of what's happening around you. Picture a time when you faced rejection, maybe from a job opportunity, a business deal, or even a romantic interest. The immediate reaction might be disappointment, sadness, or self-doubt. But what if you saw that rejection as neutral, just another event in your journey? By detaching your self-worth from external events, you empower yourself to remain grounded and calm. One way to practice this is to remind yourself that your value isn't determined by any one event. If someone criticizes you, reflect on whether the feedback is useful. If it is, use it to improve. If not, let it go. The Stoics teach that you are not defined by any single moment or experience. You are a collection of your actions, your principles, and your response to life. By detaching from the need for constant validation, you free yourself to live authentically and fully. 9. Maintain composure and calm. Composure is power. It's the ability to stay centered no matter what's happening around you. Think of the calm in the eye of a storm. That's what you're aiming for. Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." In any challenging situation, you always have the choice to remain calm, to breathe deeply, and to respond thoughtfully. Let's say you're facing a high-pressure situation, like a difficult conversation, a public presentation, or a sudden crisis. Your heart races, your palms sweat, and your mind starts spiraling into worst-case scenarios. This is the perfect moment to practice composure. Instead of reacting emotionally, take a deep breath, slow your thoughts. Remind yourself that while you can't control the external situation, you can control your internal state. You'll be amazed at how much clarity and confidence you gain when you choose to stay calm. And here's the added benefit. When you maintain composure, others around you will notice. You'll be seen as a leader, someone who can handle themselves under pressure. This not only builds respect, but also creates a ripple effect. Your calmness will help others stay grounded too. 10. Reflect daily and seek continuous growth. The Stoics were big on self-reflection and continuous growth. Seneca recommended that we end each day with a moment of introspection, asking ourselves questions like, what did I do well? Where did I fall short? How can I improve tomorrow? This practice isn't about self-criticism, it's about self-awareness and growth. By taking just a few minutes each night to reflect, you create a habit of learning from your experiences. Did you handle a difficult conversation well? Did you get sidetracked by distractions? What progress did you make toward your goals? Reflection helps you recognize patterns, celebrate your wins, and identify areas for improvement. This kind of continuous growth mindset means you're always looking for ways to be a better version of yourself, not because you're not already enough, but because growth is a natural part of living a fulfilling life. You'll find that as you reflect regularly, you become more intentional about your actions, more aligned with your values, and more at peace with who you are becoming. Stoicism isn't just an ancient philosophy, it's a practical guide to living well today. By embracing what you can control, seeing obstacles as opportunities, living in the present, and building emotional resilience, you open yourself up to a life of more peace, strength, and purpose. It's not always easy, but it's worth it. If you're ready to transform your life with these Stoic practices, take one step today, pick one principle, and start implementing it. You'll find that even small shifts can lead to big changes over time. For more insights on Stoic philosophy and self-improvement, check out our playlist here. Dive deeper into how Stoicism can empower you to live a life of meaning, strength, and resilience. If you found value in today's video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the Quote Exchange. And let me know in the comments what Stoic principle resonated with you the most. Let's continue this journey together. Thanks for watching, and remember, stay strong, stay calm, and keep growing. See you in the next video.